Hello everybody, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and Country Wood Products. I had some downtime here with the mill, not by desire, but the logs are frozen now and I had summer blades and it was cutting good until I got to this one log which was frozen solid, and I didn't anticipate, I know, dumb planning, that not cutting so well as it was doing. So I shut it down and I'm waiting for blades to arrive. So the last 2 days I've been rebuilding the mill, and you may remember I had a cluster of wires laying on the floor and it worked, but it was in my way. So now I have a cluster of wires up in the air. It's not exactly the absolute best yet. It's not obeying me to my desire, but I'm working out the kinks and I'll get it here soon. I have a little bit of a crooked board. You probably don't see it on the video even, but did the best I could with working alone. What I've done now is taken all the controls off of the mill itself, which run away from me as the mill goes down the track. And that was not desirable. And I had a remote control in my hand, this board here, which then I would flop down wherever, and I was messing up the wires on the backside because I would just throw it down wherever it happened to land, and I kept breaking wires. So now I've taken my control box off the mill there and put it here, which now allows me to adjust my speed on the fly. Let me put the camera on a tripod in a minute here. I've also taken the power control by the AC to DC control power box, power supply, which was down there in the corner, hooked up to a extension cord, and I've run the extension cord, the blue wire, up there, out of the way, whoops, up there, run down, fasten it nice, and secure the box here off the ground. Now everything's better, because I would occasionally snag those wires too. Now I've also built myself a deck for the purpose of being able to see the scale, because previously, and now you see what's wrong with one of these wires here. I'll fix that, it's a little detail, but previously I couldn't see the scale and I couldn't adjust properly. So I'm going to go to 7 inches. That's close, whoops, there. I lost my camera. Oh, where am I? Okay. It's hard to do both things at once. Anyway, so I couldn't see the scale properly because I was looking at an angle from down here and I couldn't quite line it up right. But now that I'm standing straight across from it, oh, here we are again. I can line it up with my eyes so much better. I know it's awkward to show that tiny thing up here on a camera. So now I've got everything here in line. My wire's up there. Now they look bad right now, but when I move my carriage forward, which I can note, I'm going to get my tripod. When I move the carriage forward, which I can do faster now, the wires string out and obey. So I'll be right back. Now it's very convenient. I've got everything right here. I can put the mill up and down. I can't go down too far though because I'm over a board, and I put something else on there, another add-on. But now I can run this forward and there's a dial right here. I can speed this mill up. Let me come back. I can speed it up. This is the purpose of it all right there. Now I can slow it down. Now I have a mark here for my sawing speed for when I'm cutting 1x6 pine, which is narrow enough I can run faster. And we're going along, and that's about how fast I cut 1x6. Especially rough sawing, which is going to be left that way for paneling for the wall. I don't want to rough it up too much, so that's a pretty good speed right there for rough sawing. Now, when I'm coming back, I make a cut. Now I can push the down button and I can crank this speed dial up and get this mill back in a fraction of the time. I gotta get experienced with cranking the dial down as I'm coming to an end so that I don't jerk it around too much. It was quite a job to get all the wires out of the way so nothing would hit anything, and I can still bring the mill back all the way to the end, to as far as I ever need to go. So I like that. Now I'm going to set this up. Alright, say I'm making a cut for purposes, just for speed, I'm going to speed this up, get it down here quick. Now see those cables are obeying and just staying right neatly in place. Alright, say I made a cut. Okay, demonstrating only because you can't hear me talking with the motor on. Anyway, I finished a cut. Now I can bring this mill back. And here's the thing, I just added the return forks. The mill will bring the board back to me. Okay. And that's going to drop. And clearly, for the camera, it doesn't work how it's supposed to. I'm going to have to put a guard up there. It's supposed to come down beautifully. It did on demonstration. And then I can give it a little and be into the next cut. And that's exactly why he said he didn't like it. It goes off crooked a little sometimes. So I'm going to have to build some guides, and I'm going to build an outfeed table. All right, so let's say I made a cut. I bring this back. I can crank up the speed, and it is going crooked. It is going crooked, but I can guide it, give it a whip off the table. It's not like I can't be here guiding it. So the great thing about this now is it's going to eject my lumber for me. That is very helpful, very, very helpful. So we'll try it one more time, and before I fire up the mill, I've got to practice this anyway, make sure everything's going to work fine. So I can bring it back. This board, I think the end is crooked, I think is exactly why it does that. So I'm going to have to put a little bit of a ramp here, but I can simply do that. That's not an issue for me to just guide it with my hand, because in the end it's going to stop moving anyway. I just got to step down and give that a slide, which I don't want to hit the camera with it. And I can be into the next cut that much faster, because before I'd come down and I'd have to get off my pedestal, come around, grab the board, watch I don't hit anything with it and bring it around. So this is going to be so much better. So now I have full control with convenience. So I can just bring this on back, crank up the speed to return it, really crank it up. Now instead of going down, say 30 seconds or a minute through a cut, and waiting 30 seconds or a minute to return, I can have it in a fraction of that time come back to me and bring the board back. I'm going to save a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes per cut, depending on what I'm sawing. And that's going to be incredible. That is a huge, huge bonus right there. Now these little fingers here, what does it? So when it's driving down and cutting a board, they come back, they swing back. And when you're done with cutting the board, they sort of lock in place. Oh, I see. Ah, this one's out of adjustment. I see now. These fingers line up. This finger comes back too far. Ah. Now I see why, looking at it from this angle, why it can go crooked. This one finger is not lined up with these two. Well, something to fix. He bent that backboard. I'll probably buy a new one or see if I can bend it back straight, but that'll be a simple fix one way or another, but that is going to save me a lot of time. Now I've got to redo my hydraulics too, because what's going to happen here, I'm going to have lumber coming across. For 1x6s it's fine, 8s, but once I get a little bit wider I'm going to have issues hitting my hoses here. So I've got to move my hydraulic pump, because this hose is at its fullest extension. So I'll move my hydraulic pump so that I can slide this over all the way. When I'm going to pin it down, I like where it is, I like the height of it. I don't want to change anything. I don't need to do anything different. Just slide it over so it's out of the way of lumber coming through. And then, since on this mill here, because it's really old, I can't cut lower than the last like 1 1/4. So what I always do is 1.5 inches. That board that I was kicking back and forth is a, what you would call a 2x6, but it's 1.5 inches by 6. And so because the dogs don't go down, the one dog, it won't go down all the way. So I just can't quite get an inch on that last cut. So like I said, I always do 1.5 inches. Point is, that gives me some room on this deck to put a V-shaped guide box and a feed chute to the roller table. And that'll help assist me in getting the boards off the mill. I don't know if I'm going to do that quite yet, because as it is, I can hand guide, and I'm doing a lot of 1x6s right now. So at this time, it's not a problem. So there, guys, you have some major improvements to my behemoth mill here, the Norwood HD36 that I bought secondhand. Nothing worked when I got this. Everything was rusted, frozen up, or worn out when I got this. And I've been slowly making improvements over time to get it better, faster, smoother. I put a lot into it, but it works well. I really like it, and it saves me a lot of pain and exhaustion at the end of a workday. But it cuts way faster. It's going to be so much faster now. So that's it for now. I'm going to be doing a computer set works for this very soon. I'll be replacing this box here and these switches with a Arduino type microcontroller. I'll be able to hit a button and set the next inch, hit a button, drive down to the end. It'll raise up. When it hits a limiter, it'll go down to the end, raise up, bring back the board, just in one motion. I'll have an emergency stop switch here, because you never know, things can go wrong. And it's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna have, instead of turning a dial for my speed, see if I am going down here, I can hold this button to drive. I gotta crank the dial for faster, crank the dial for slower. So I've got to be paying attention to too much at one time like that. Crank the dial for faster. I always want to slow it down when I'm near the end too, so I don't jerk that deck any. It'll be nice to have the set works when I hit a button and have it return if I'm doing manual sewing. Hit a button, have it return fast, and then ease down into the stop. Hit a button, set it for 1 inch, and take off. That's going to be nice. 2 inches, 1/2 inch, whatever I'm sewing, that's going to be really good. But anyway, for now, there it is. Let me know your opinions. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. Got more on the way.